Hi, it's Trudy and Hannah Happiness. Wow, I got some interesting news for you guys. Well, you know, it's August 4th already, but I've been seeing it happen in the faces and realities of many people, and that's that Venus has gone retrograde. So what does it mean when Venus goes retrograde? Let me see, I'm checking my calendar. Yes, it's August 4th. Not only is Venus retrograde, but Mercury is right in there too. So, your communications to the people might be getting a little scrambled. But not only is Venus retrograde, but Venus is going retrograde over Jupiter. As I'm speaking, it's conjunct at 4 degrees. It's been a very weird day to say the least, and there has been a lot of confusion and things that have been going on. No one's really clearing anything right now, and that's a good thing because you can't be, because this stuff is not made of clarity. And another thing is that we have a little bit of a troubled Venus kind of a week, a troubled kind of Venus kind of a month. So it's going to take to the end of this month, I feel, to get a little space on relationships, and it's going to take really until September for these kinds of things to clear up. And I'm not saying this because I like to say it or because I think it's cool, but because I am studied and this is my point of view. Okay? So here we have our important Venus dates coming up right now. I know my friend Jeff out there in Germany likes the fact that I use props. So I don't know if you can even read this prop, or if it's frontward or it's backward. I think this makes it more fun. It makes it more retrograde. So 8/11 to 8/14. Oh, I have a little special note here. Now, alright, so right now Venus is going backwards over our friend Jupiter. Okay, this is going to be going on for a couple days here the first week of August. Venus is near Mercury, and it's talk about communication screw-ups. Can you even speak properly? Sweet speech is going to backfire on you, so don't even try. Just be in the moment and be light and be airy and enjoy it regardless of the backwardness that is presenting right now. You don't know who is, Venus, pretty sure they're at war. When Venus and Jupiter are conjunct, it means that they're at war. So they're, and Venus retrograde, conjunct Jupiter at war, it's like, you know what I mean? So this is midweek, and I won't be with everybody, and it could just be like, you'll see it going on around you. There could be accidents or ambulances or extra stresses that you have to deal with. It could be very subtle, or it could be very direct, like you're going through a divorce. But the stress factor is there. And our second big date of stress factor is this card I was just showing you, 8/11 to 8/14. I got that little special word there, Gandanta. Oh, so when this is interesting, the last time that Venus went Gandanta was when it was going direct from Cancer, which is a water sign. From water to fire, we get Gandanta, which is like a soul growth energy. So the last time it went Gandanta from Cancer to Leo a couple weeks ago, PBS played Kramer versus Kramer. Like, that is the ultimate sort of soul growth, stress, relationship film. Now, if you want to, for everybody involved, we're not just talking about the mother, the father, the lover, the lovers. We're talking about the children, the family. Everybody got through it in that film, okay? So now, Venus Gandanta, 8/11 to 8/14 at its worst, okay? When I'm talking about at its worst, and right before, Venus Gandanta, soul growth point, going backwards. Okay, so that's going to be an interesting position. And right before that, around 8/13 to 8/17, overlapping, the beginning of this and going into that is Venus combust. Gandanta is when it's in the soul growth water to fire energy, or in this case, fire back into water. So, Kajami, you're not going to come out of this like a normal human being, okay? Whatever it is, you're growing. This is a big growth year for everybody involved, especially for people who have late Cancer degree planets and the earlier Leo degree planets. So if you're having this exact in conjunction, which is when it's actually passing over the planets in your birth chart, you know, you're going to be feeling this. You're going to be having a whammy. Some people like Scorpio, early degree Scorpio and late degree Libra, also going to be feeling this. So the square, the conjunction, very intense. Also the late degree Aries, the early degree Aries, wait, this stuff gets so confusing sometimes. Late degree Taurus, early degree Taurus, late degree Aries. Let me get that straight. Also squared. If you know your chart, or if you want to come to see me at Henna Happiness and get a reading, which I recommend, because 9 times out of 10 it's better than you think it's going to be. Okay, this stuff is old and it's good, and I've got it in my head. So anyway, so these times are going to be extra challenging. Combust, 813 to 817. Combust, Venus combust means that first we go through the Gandanta, where we're having all kinds of issues and feelings around relationships and growth. And then combust means, you know, combust is not where you're feeling really so good. Like you feel underappreciated, like you're not really loved, or, you know, it's things just aren't working out, and, you know, it's when that sensitivity kicks in, okay? So this is a big lesson this month on Venus combust, Venus Kandanta. Difficult. That's from 8/11 to 8/17. That week's going to be a real party. And then we get to, you know, 8/17 and 9/10. This is when Venus gets a break and the Sun moves into Leo. So Venus going backwards into Cancer, and the Sun is moving forward into Leo. So that combust is when Venus is conjunct the Sun. So now what we're going to get is Venus going backward away from the Sun, and the Sun's just going to keep moving on his own way. So the Sun in his own way is going into Leo, and the Sun in Leo, if you don't know, is exalted, and that's where he's most at home. So the Sun's going to be most at home in Leo. And this year we get a special bonus. The Jupiter is in Leo now, and Jupiter went into Leo back in mid-July, and you know, when the Sun is hanging out with Jupiter, which is going to be the whole month, like 8/17 to about 9, you know, 14, we're going to get Sun Jupiter conjunction. So the exalted Sun is not only going to be exalted, it's going to be getting the support, the protection, and the divine graces of Jupiter supporting it. So if you have your birthday in this time, you're going to get a little float and a little extra zing this year. So all you Leo people, hang in there. Once it's Saturn direct and Venus retrograde as combust and Kandanta and all this other stuff goes on, Venus is done, you're going to feel, you know, you start to feel it. But that's cool. All right. And I didn't mention at the beginning of the video because, well, Saturn did just turn direct, and that is also a big, like, log in the road that we boom, Saturn direct. It's just like, wow, everything just changed. Game plan, new game plan. Go ahead, a new game plan, but it takes time, okay? So just take it easy. Let the wheels start turning of Saturn direct. You might find issues back from in March or February or surfacing, and things are getting regurgitated. Always, regurgitation is a nice word for Venus retrograde. But just let it all regurgitate, process it. It's like the big pool where like the bugs get back out of the filter. You gotta like filter them back out again. So when Venus retrograde happens, the bugs come into the pool again, and you gotta skim them out, okay? It's okay, because you're gonna learn, and it's gonna be a good experience. And then by the end of the month, we're gonna have Mercury Rahu. So this is going to bring up some crazy like communication stuff about, what's this, 8:27 to about 9:1. Mercury is going to be in Virgo. It's very strong in Virgo. And it's going to be Rahu, which exalts things, like, that isn't exalting, it exaggerates things. So, good time to communicate and really get the cat out of the bag when Mercury conjuncts Rahu in Virgo. You'll be able to explain it better. Okay, it's 10 minutes in this buddy video, and I think I'm done. So, why don't you just hang in there through those dates I showed you. Great time to reflect and renew and recover from old relationships. You know you can do it. I know you can. And I know that they were special for you, or maybe they were painful. But this is a time to grow from them now, whether you're with the person or not. This is a lot of growth and a lot of potential to take things to another level for yourself and move on. Thanks. Venus retrograde ends September 6th, but give it that week till things move on. I'll talk to you next month. Ciao. Hi, it's Trudy at Henna Happiness, and I'm just going through a couple of these screens to see what's going on with the planets for the month of August. Pretty cool, right? This is my computer where I work out of.